Hey everyone, it's been 7 years since the last time I did a video, and well, as you can see, I've gone through some changes. I've gone through, well, I mean, I haven't done anything much, but I am transitioning from male to female. So for those who knew of Fanfic Brony, that was my YouTube. Now, my new one would be Maddie Lou, which would be my new name. So there'll be some new stuff, new readings, and well, I might sing. Who knows? So this is more like a 7-year comeback, yay! So my voice, I'm trying to make it sound more feminine, so I don't know. I'm excited, but also kind of nervous. So, obviously this is not my real hair. This is obviously a fake wig, whatever. So, but just, you know. So yeah, right now I am going to do something different. I am on my tablet now, and I'm going to be reading on this here, my phone. I got an iPhone now. Last time I was on an Android. So, things will be, well, I guess you'll see eventually. But, you know, just, you know, if you like this kind of content, then welcome. So, and for those who may have followed before or whoever, welcome back. So here we go. Okay. Last story we left off was Equestria Girls. This is of course My Little Pony Equestria Girl version. So just, you know, read along, listen along, whatever. So here we go. My voice is gonna be bad, so sorry in advance. So chapter 15, Special Sunrise. Scene 15, Special Sunrise. Interior hallways, Crystal Prep Academy, the city. Afternoon. Walking down the halls is the head of the Crystal Prep School Board, Rosetta. She is a middle-aged yellowish-gray woman with greenish-gray eyes and light pink beehive hair. She wears a blue dress, nearly similar to Principal Cinch's, a white pearl necklace, blue eyeshadow, and a brooch in the shape of a magenta rose with 2 green leaves. She checked through her fallback when the unenthused Spoiled Rich appears, walking beside her. Spoiled Rich, Rosetta, Spoiled Rich. Pleasure to see you again. Spoiled Rich. I wish I can say the same. I can think of better things to do than to waste my time on that no-account headmistress of yours. Rosetta. Hey now. Abacus Cinch has been the most efficient principal we ever had here at Crystal Prep for years. I just can't believe she has been coming down lately. Students threatening to drop out, reports of withholding intel, and these unfortunate incidents with Canterlot High. The board had never been suspicious of her doings until recently. What is going on at the school? Spoiled Rich. Well, it seems that she has become a bit of a disappointment to you lately. Guess you have quite poor judgment choosing those you can trust in running things for you. While I, on the other hand, have no trouble finding the proper people who are capable to delivering progress. Although, I too am starting to question their activities at times. Rosetta. Now, Rich, we are not here to quarrel. We are here to discuss with Miss Cinch about her recent performances and see if there are any reasons she should not remain in Crystal Prep any longer. Spoiled Rich. Sure you wouldn't. After many victories in the friendship games, getting rid of her might prove beneficial for Canterlot High. Still, I don't think we should even bother. The CHS board is in agreement, and it's quite obvious your board feels the same. Abigail Cinch is no longer qualified to be in charge of Crystal Prep. Rosetta. Well, I just want this to be a fair and delicate meeting. When reaching the stairs, they come across Principal Celestia and Vice Principal Luna. Principal Celestia, delighted. Miss Rosetta, Mrs. Rich. Rosetta, delighted. Ah, Principal Celestia. They both shakes and hands. I did not write this, by the way, so if there are any errors, just don't mind me. It has been a while. She notices Luna starts shaking her hands. And Vice Principal Luna. I have to say, it is an absolute pleasure to see the two sisterheads of Candlewood High. How are your students? I have heard so much about how splendid you two are keeping your school in the height of success. Vice Principal Luna. Why, thank you. It means so much coming from you. Notices Spoiled Rich. And how have you been, Spoiled Rich? Principal Celestia. Yes, I want you to know your daughter's doing excellent. Spoiled Rich. Well, of course she is, but this isn't about her. You're here to discuss about Principal Cinch's actions. Even though I am having trouble trusting your decisions on the matter. Principal Celestia. What reason do you have not to trust us? Spoiled Rich. Over the past couple of months, you have manufactured several reports on certain events, while witnesses say otherwise. Vice Principal Luna. Well, we can explain about that. Spoiled Rich. And furthermore, when my husband, Philly Rich, failed to open up his new spa resort, I have told that you two had some part to play in it. Vice Principal Luna. Filthy Rich wanted to tear down Camp Everfree to build it. Principal Celestia. You must understand. We only wanted to host a charity event to save our old summer camp. Spoiled Rich. If you truly believe that some drab old camp is so important to cause a massive setback, then you are under as much suspicion as Cinches. I demand an explanation for it. But for now, there is somebody who requires more attention than you. So let's get on with it, shall we? The four proceeded by going up the stairs. Spoiled Rich is still a bit unpleasant. Celestia and Luna are feeling concerned right about now, and Rosetta feels a bit sorry for them. Interior, Principal Cinch's office, Crystal Prep Academy. Principal Cinch is sitting at her desk, smiling and waiting patiently for a guest. Then the door opens, and Spoiled Rich, Rosetta, Celestia, and Luna let themselves inside. Principal Cinch. Ah, you all made it. Rosetta. Hello, Cinch. Principal Cinch. I'm sorry Dean Cadius won't be joining us. I've set her on some tests to get things ready for an event we're having. Please come. Make yourselves comfortable. Spoiled Rich. You can skip the pleasantries, Cinch. You know what this is about. Rosetta. Let's get started, shall we? As you all know, we are all here to decide whether or not if Abigail Cinch should remain as headmistress of Crystal Prep Academy. The presidents of both school boards of Crystal Prep and Candlewood High will be presented as the voice of the whole board in this meeting. Also, testimony from the principal and vice principal of Candlewood High will provide a much clearer concept. And of course, Miss Cinch here is allowed to speak on any accusation against her. Now, let's begin. Principal Celestia looks at Cinch with such discomfort, while she looks with complete confidence. Spoiled Rich sits down in the seat opposite Cinch. Spoiled Rich. Now then, why don't we start with the amount of damages brought upon CHS? Principal Cinch raises her hand. That won't be necessary. In fact, I've already taken care of everything. Now here's how we'll do this. You are going to wipe away all these claims against me. These two will submit their excuse inferiority and be discredited for cheating, and I will remain at Crystal Prep as Miss Rosetta extends my contract. With each new demand, the ladies become shocked and irritated at Cinch's new attitude. How does that feel? Rosetta. Cinch! Principal Celestia. What? Vice Miss Luna. We would do no such thing. Spoiled Rich stands up. How dare you speak in such a manner? Rosetta. Principal Cinch, this is such unconventional behavior of you. Explain yourself. Principal Cinch stands up. Well, ladies, as you can see, I have just made an eliminator sentence. Now, whatever I declare can be accomplished without complication. It is a dawn for Crystal Prep Academy to evolve as well. Spoiled Rich. What are you talking about? Principal Cinch chuckled. Oh, you understand. You'll be seeing things my way. Her eyes just begin to glow. Sooner than you think. A magic R surrounds the office door, slamming it closed. Interior, Starlight's research room, Crystal Prep Academy. A series of screams can be heard over Starlight's bug in Cinch's office, and Starlight, still in her crystal prison, seems distressed to hear the sound of them. Interior, Principal Cinch's office. Cinch's magic opens the supply closet and Sunburst comes floating out. He mutters and moans as every part of him is completely frozen. Interior, Starlight's research room. Principal Cinch's voice, on the listening device. Well, Mr. Sunburst? Starlight is surprised to hear that name again. I really appreciate you for being a very quiet boy. Interior, Principal Cinch's office. The magic dispels and Sunburst falls to the floor. He starts breathing heavily, then looks up with terror. Both school board presses and both CHS heads are floating just a few feet off the ground. The camera shot cuts them off about their legs. He looks at Cinch with such contempt. Principal Cinch, do not worry, nothing's gonna happen to you. Not yet. I'm saving you for something very special. Once my business is complete, I will use you as an example to your friend Starlight Glimmer for her sad attempts at destroying me. She will watch as you suffer. Then she will suffer, and after that, who knows? But for now, I need you to stay put. She throws Starlight's backpack to him. Here, this'll keep you busy. You can do some light reading. Starlight has written some fascinating queries I thought you might like. You really should thank her again. All this won't be possible without her accomplices. The 4 ladies who have been floating start to descend until they can stand. Cinch looks upon them with satisfaction. Magnificent. Now go to the auditorium and wait for my orders. The 4 ladies willfully respond to her command, and they all walk out the door. Cinch then turns back at Sunburst. Don't you go anywhere. I got to take care of a little something first. She walks towards the door, leaving Sunburst kneeling on the floor with the backpack. Sunburst, why are you doing this? She stops halfway and listens. You're supposed to be a principal. You should be doing what's best for your students, to preserve honor to the school and uphold its traditions. Principal Cinch, I do. Just the ones I like. She walks out and slams the door. Then Sunburst can see a massive crystal growing rapidly, barricading the door. Interior, Starlight's research room. Starlight seems devastated on what just happened upstairs. Interior, Principal Cinch's office. Seeing no way out, Sunburst opens Starlight's backpack and finds Starlight's notes on the magical device. As he looks through them, he seems astounded. Interior hallways. Shining Armor is walking down the halls with a small bouquet of flowers for Dean Cadence when he sees her guiding a herd of students. Dean Cadence. Alright, this way everybody. There shouldn't be any trouble when you get to the auditorium. Shining Armor. Cadence. Dean Cadence. Shining Armor. He gives her the flowers. Shining Armor. What's going on here? Dean Cadence. Principal Cinch has called all the students and teachers for an assembly. Shining Armor. Whatever for? Dean Cadence. I don't know, but I'm sure it's for something important. The students keep walking towards the auditorium, with the Shadow 5 being among them. Sour Sweet. Are you sure you haven't seen her at all? Indigo Sap and Lemon Zest. Nah. Sunny Flare. Let's face it, Sour Sweet. No one has seen hide nor hair of Starlight all day. Sugarcoat. Especially after our little rendezvous with Sunburst has failed. I shouldn't be surprised. Lemon Zest. So what if our little meet didn't go so well? We can't just give up now. Sour Sweet. Well, what can we do? We don't even know where she is. Indigo Sap ponders. I think I do. Come on. She starts running off. Sunny Flare. But wait! Indy, where are you going? Come back! The rest of Shadow 5 chase after her. They catch up to her and follow her down a flight of stairs. Sugarcoat. What might you think she's here? Indigo Sap. Well, where else would she be? Come on. Exterior/interior. Always. Starlight's research room. Crystal Prep Academy. The Shadow 5 arrive at the door to Starlight's lab. Indigo Sap tries opening it. Locked. Looks at the lockers. Hold on. I remember Twilight would keep a spare key up here. She reaches to the top of the lockers. Lemon Zest. Well, hurry it up. She might still be inside. Sunny Flare. Girl, please. We should get back for the assembly. Indigo Sap. It's Cinch. Can't be that important. Sugarcoat. Okay. Girls, enough. It's over. There's nothing more we can do here. Sour Sweet. But what about Twilight? Or what about Starlight? We can't just Sunflare. I'm sorry, Sour, but I'm gonna go with Sugarcoat in this. We can't make things any better. We never have. Oh, you can't make things any better. You never have. Twilight is bad with his friend stuff, not us. Nothing we do will make a difference. Sugarcoat. It's quite clear that Starlight Glimmer is a problem we can't solve. Best we can do is forget the whole thing and just move on. Indigo Sab gets the key. Got it! To the girls. Look, I for one am not going to give up after we've come this far. And any of you wants to go, fine. I'm going to check on Starlight. Anyone who still wants to help can stay. Nemesis. Yeah! I'm with ya, Sab. Both Indigo Sab and Nemesis try to unlock the door, while Sour Sweet is starting to feel conflicted. Sunny Flare. Come on, Sour. Let's meet up with the others. Sugarcoat and Sunny Flare start walking away, but don't stop to wait for Sour Sweet's decision. She keeps looking back and forth at both groups as she figures out what she's going to do next. But as she starts walking towards Sugarcoat and Sunny Flare, as if she's giving up hope, Indigo and Lemon finally got the door open, and Indigo Sab and Lemon says, "Ah!" The three girls look back in fright, alarmed to their friend's screams. Sour Sweet. Indy! Zest! They rush to the door. Lemon Zest is sitting down on the floor, and Indigo Sab is just standing up. Both with frozen expressions of shock in their faces as they look inside the room. Sunny Flare, Sugarcoat, and Sour Sweet come to comfort them. Sugarcoat. Are you girls alright? What's wrong? Sunny Flare. What happened? All five girls look in terror to discover Starlight Glimmer inside the room encased in crystal. Interior Auditorium. Crystal Prep Academy. Every single student of CPA has arrived and taken a seat. This includes Double Diamond, Party Favor, Sugar Belle, and Night Glider. The faculty members are either sitting down or standing up on the sides. Shining Armor and Dean Keynes will wait by the stairs to the stage with an unsettling feeling. Shortly afterwards, Principal Cinch appears on stage, smiling. She steps up to the podium in the center and taps on the microphone. The high-pitched squealing sound gets everyone to focus on the stage. Principal Cinch on the mic. Can I have everybody's attention? Let us begin. Now, I have called you all here to commemorate this special occasion. As you already know, there are those among you who continue to undermine my position as headmistress of this prestigious academy. Am I upset? Absolutely not. For I am happy to announce that this particular crisis has ended. For you see, the time has come for Crystal Prep to begin its salvation and reclaim its former glory. Everyone starts getting confused at this point. It's time to purge ourselves of the impurities brought upon us by those candlelight wondercoats, and I will refine each of you to the destiny you are all meant to have. The students and teachers are completely flummoxed, whatever that word means. They chatter amongst themselves, reflecting upon the principal's newfound madness. Girl 1, is she nuts? Boy 1, what is she talking about? Girl 2, she can't be serious. Principal Cinch, on the mic. I will be the savior of your misguided endeavors. In order to secure our legacy of all that Crystal Prep has given us, you must surrender all that is not of relevance to that vision, and if they will not comply, then they will have to be forced to. The curtains behind her opens, and reveals Spoiled Rich, Rosetta, Principal Celestia, and Vice Principal Luna standing on the other side. Everybody is shocked to see they all share the same glowing pink irises, and the glowing crack-like fangs coming up around their eyes. The four ladies all smile menacingly at the crowd. From this point on, everyone in this school will now be dedicated to a singular guided image. Mine. As the audience continues to watch in disbelief, Cinch conjures up magic and moves into a sphere of dark energy. Everyone looks up in terror as the giant orb floats up into the air and streams of energy emanating down from it. Once they start facing into people in the room, those people begin to float in midair, motionless, with their eyes and mouths glowing. The crowd gets into a panic as this progresses. The students are running around, screaming and trying to avoid the streams. Dr. Hoofs, run! They try to make it to the exits, but Cinch uses her magic to slam all the doors shut. They struggle to open the doors, but they just won't open. Eventually, the streamers catch up to them. They get caught under the spell. Shining Armor and Cadence are ducked down, taking cover behind the stairs, watching the horror. Principal Cinch looks at the mayhem with such enjoyment. Then she casts her magic upon herself and manifests new clothes. She's wearing what seems to be a black full bodysuit underneath with black versions of her usual high heels. They are all covered by a dark purple robe gown with a big orange medal with a shadowboard S on it, and dark curved shoulder pads. She flies upwards, overseeing her own work, and laughs hysterical. However hysterical is supposed to sound like. Cadence musters up some common sense and marches up the stairs, with shining armor failing to stop her. Dean Cadence, Principal Cinch, on behalf of Crystal Prep, I demand you cease this madness, and step down from your position as headmistress. Principal Cinch strongly turns her head at Cadence, glaring at her with glowing eyes. Cadence steps back with fright, and Shining Armor steps up on stage and gets in front of her in hopes of protecting her. But they both get lifted up by magic and brought up facing the unpleased Cinch. Principal Cinch, I am Crystal Prep. The magic streams face into the two, and they are caught in Cinch's process. Then she slowly smiles devilishly. Interior, Starlight's research room. Sunny Flare, Sour Sweet, and Lemon Zest search the crystal Starlight's trapped in to find some way to get her out. Lemon finds a hammer and tries busting her out, but only manages to make a couple of small cracks. Sour Sweet, don't worry, Starlight, we'll get you out of there. Indigo and Sugarcoat are on it. Interior hallways. Sugarcoat and Indigo rush up to a broom closet, the same one from scene 11, and open it. They look around inside, and Indigo finds and picks up a sledgehammer. Indigo says, this might work. Let's go. But before they can leave, they notice the equipment they used at the friendship games. Wow, so this is what they kept it. Sugarcoat, come on. They both leave the closet. Interior, Starlight's research room. Indigo and Sugarcoat arrive with a sledgehammer. Indigo says, alright, Starlight, we got just what we need. To the others, everybody, stand back. The other girls do just that, and Indigo swings the hammer onto the crystal. She keeps hitting it repeatedly, but only manages to make larger cracks, but not big enough to free Starlight. Suddenly Flare, it's not working. Sour Sweet, try harder. Indigo continues beating the crystal, but Lemon Zest couldn't help but notice something about Starlight. She can see that Starlight keeps staring at the bottom of her desk, and that her frozen hand has reached out in the same direction, as if she was trying to get something. Lemon looks under the desk and finds the magic reactor. As she pulls it out and looks upon it, she presses the activation switch and it starts generating magic in the center. Lemon says, guys. The other girls can see Livin holding the device and a little window to Equestria. They are amazed at the sight of it. Lemon then sees Starlight staring at the magic. She now knows what she has to do. She turns the device over, holds it up high, and it seems she's about to smash it against the crystal with the device's base with magic on it. The girls are quite shocked at this action. Sunny Flare, Lemon! Lemon brings it down, planting the base on the crystal. The magic from the device surges to the crystal and into Starlight. As Starlight opens her eyes, they glow a very bright white, and she starts illuminating in a blinding big flash. The crystal completely shatters into pieces, freeing Starlight. She falls to the floor, breathes heavily from the burst, and the girls check to see if she's okay. Sour Sweet, Starlight, are you alright? Sugarcoat to Lemon says, how'd you know that would work? Lemon says, I didn't. Sunny Flare to Starlight, you okay? Indigo sap, what happened? Sugarcoat, who did this to you? Starlight looks at them with a worried look. Interior, Flash Sentry's car. On their way to Crystal Prep, the Humane 7 are taking a set of cars. Twilight, Applejack, Flasher, and Spike are sitting in the back of Flash Sentry's car, with Sunset Shimmer in the passenger seat and Flash in the driver's seat. Sunset Shimmer, thanks for giving us a lift, Flash. Flash Sentry, no problem, Sunset. Happy to help. Twilight tries using her cell phone, but she gets upset when nothing happens. Spike, any luck? Twilight Sparkle, no, I've been calling Sunbird's cell over and over, but I'm not getting anything. Not even voicemail. I hope nothing's happened to him. Applejack, honestly, I'm more worried on how the others are doing. Flash Chai, oh, I'm sure it isn't that bad. Interior, Professor Discourse car. following Flash's car is Professor Discord's mishmash of a vehicle. Rainbow Dash, Rarity, and Pinkie Pie are sitting in the back, with Mrs. Smooth as Shotgun and Discord at the wheel. They can hear clanking and rattling sounds as they drive. Rarity, disappointed. Oh, I cannot believe we have to drive all the way to Equestria Prep in the dismal old thing. Pinkie Pie, delighted. I don't know, I think it's kind of silly. Rainbow Dash, it doesn't matter. Discord, can this thing even get there? There's Professor Discord. Well, of course it would. So duct tape and gum can hold till we get there. Three girls in the back now seem worried from that remark. Interior, Flash Sindri's car / Starlight's research room. Twilight's phone begins to ring and she answers it. Twilight Sparkle. Sunny Flare? Sunny Flare. Twilight, we found Starlight. Twilight Sparkle. Oh, good. Now listen, I need you to... Sunny Flare. Starlight's been attacked. You need to come to Equestria Prep right away. Twilight Sparkle. Whoa, calm down. What do you mean she was attacked? Sunny Flare. It's Cinch. She used that magic machine on herself and now she's lost her mind. Twilight Sparkle. Devastated. No. Sunny Flare. Okay, get Starlight and everyone out of there. Stay away from Cinch. We'll handle everything when we get there. Sunny Flare. Okay, and please hurry it. Hangs up. I would check. What is it, Twilight? Twilight Sparkle. Girls, we've got a major problem. Interior, Professor Discord's car. It's Rarity several pings, and she picks it up. Rarity. Oh, it's a text from Applejack. Oh my. Pinkie Pie. What is it? Both Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie read the text along with Rarity, and they are just as shocked as she is. Rainbow Dash. Oh no. Professor Discord checks the commotion through the rearview mirror. Then he gives his phone to Mrs. Moose, and he starts tapping on it. Interior, Dorex's car. Behind Flash and Discord's cars is a short limousine, with Dorex sitting in the back. He receives Discord's message on his cell, which seems to be an emoji of 3 big red exclamation point marks. He understands this and then it enters in a number. Dorex into his phone. Hey, Kamiko? It's me. Or is it? No, it's Cornicle. Sorry, my eyes are bad. It's me. We may have a situation. Interior, Starlight's research room. Sunny Flare, to her friends. Guys, Twilight told us to get everyone out of here. Sour Sweet. But they're all at the assembly. Indigo Sap. With Finch. Sunny Flare. Well, we can't just do nothing. We need to see if we can save as many people as we can. Limit says. But if Cinch has magic, how can we stand up to that? Sugarcoat. Actually, I think we found something that might give us an edge. Indigo Sap. Hey, yeah. Come on, we'll show ya. The Shadow 5 run out the doorway. Sour Sweet holds onto Starlight's arm and hopes to join the others, but Starlight won't move from her spot. Sour Sweet tries pulling on her arm, but Starlight remains kneeling on the floor, looking down at a frozen-looking depression on her face. Sour Sweet. Come on, Starlight. We gotta get going. What's wrong? Starlight Glimmer. I did this. I started all of this. I thought I would make Equestria Prep a better place for all, but all I did was make it worse. Sour Sweet. Come on, there's no time to think about that. Let's go. Indigo Sap. At the doorway. We don't have time for this. If she wants to stay, then let her. She'll be safe here anyway. Come on, there's nothing we can do for her. Sour Sweet is hesitant, and then decides to leave Starlight in her depressed state, despite feeling bad for her. She leaves with Indigo. Then Limit says comes back in. She looks at how upset Starlight is feeling right now. So she puts her magic device on the floor by Starlight and leaves to join the others. Starlight then looks at her own creation with a frozen expression. Interior hallways. Sugarcoat and Indigo Sap lead the rest of the Shadow 5 to the broom closet. As they walk inside, they all look at their old gear from the Tri-Cross relay. They quickly put on the outfits and equipment they used to wear. Sour Sweet in her archery uniform, Sunny Flare and Limit Says in their speed skate gear, and Sugarcoat and Indigo Sap in their motocross outfits and motorbike. Interior auditorium. Cinch has just succeeded in catching the last of the students in her spell. All members of students and faculty are now floating mid-air with streams of energy pouring into them from large ball of magic hovering overhead. Principal Cinch. It is done. It seems to take quite longer for entire army than just 4 people. She dispels the magic when the doors close, believing she no longer has a need for it. Exterior auditorium hallways. Sour Sweet, Sunny Flare, and Limit Says arrive at one of the doors of the auditorium. Sour shushes the other two and Jilly makes a crack in the door. Sour peeks through the cracks and is completely devastated on what she sees. Emma says, "What's going on?" Sunny Flare, "Is it bad?" Sour Sweet, "You don't know the half of it." Interior auditorium. Sour Sweet watches Cinch move certain people around in the air by waving her hands. She is floating by Dean Cadence' shining armor while she lines up a row of students. Jet Set, Upper Crust, Surrey Polymer, Trenderhoof, Neon Lights, and Royal Pin, the secondary shadows who competed in the friendship games. First was Cinch to Cadence. "Wondrous, isn't it? And this is only the beginning. Once we're done here, we will do the same for Canterlot High. Then they will admit their inferiority, and my reputation will be secured. It'll be just as it used to be, and the friendship games will go exactly as it is meant to." She starts scanning the room and moving people aside, as if she is looking for something. She frantically keeps searching around. Where are they? Where are they? Where's Sugarcoat? Where's Sour Sweet? 5 of my students appear to be missing. Sour Sweet is concerned for Cinch's intentions. Exterior auditorium hallways. Sunny Flare, "Is everyone in there?" Sour Sweet, disturbed. "You can say that." Lemon says, "Well then let's go get them out of there already." Lemon and Sunny attempt to storm to the auditorium, but the worried Sour Sweet tries to stop them. Sour Sweet, No, wait." Interior auditorium. Sour closes a crack in the door. Principal Cinch turns to the door after being alerted to the sound of it closing. Exterior auditorium hallways. Sour Sweet, "That is a very bad idea." Lemon says, "Why?" The doors open wide on their own. The 3 girls quickly turn toward it, and Lemon and Sunny are freaked out with what's inside. Sour Sweet, "That's why." Cinch begins hovering towards them. Said Principal Cinch, "What are you girls doing?" "I didn't say you'd be excused." Sour Sweet, sweetly, "Oh, not to worry." So, "Here are our hall passes." She quickly pulls out 3 arrows from her quiver and fires them at Cinch from her bow. Cinch immediately starts the arrows in midair with her magic. "Run!" Sunny Flare and Lemon says skate down the hall, with Sour Sweet running after. Cinch drops the arrows and continues out of the auditorium in pursuit of her. She enters the hall and sticks her glowing hand out at them. All 3 of them are immediately frozen in place. Principal Cinch, "Foolish little girls. I should have known you would be the most influenced by Candlelit High's befriending nonsense. Well, I guess I'll just have to discipline you girls. For good." She attempts to form another magic orb in her hand, when she suddenly hears some sort of buzzing sound. What is that? She turns around fast, and sees that Sugarcoat and Indigo Step are on their motorbikes, taking the corner. They both zoom by Cinch, but not before Indigo gives her a little kick, causing her to release her magic on the others. Sugarcoat grasps Sour Sweet's hand, swings her to sit behind her. Cinch recovers from that little assault. Principal Cinch, "How dare you!" As they all continue riding off, Sour turns around and fires another arrow at Cinch, but Cinch simply swats the arrow with her magic hand. Shell 5 go down the next corner, with the motorbikes going first, being the fastest, and the skaters behind them. Cinch continues her chase. As the girls rush down the hall, Cinch comes around the corner and sticks her hand out, sending a wave of magic that just passes the girls. They keep moving forward in an attempt to get away from Cinch. Indigo Sap, "Is she still behind us?" Sunny Flare, "Faster girls, she's catching up." They continue the chase, motorbikes ahead and both skaters a few feet behind. But then Sour Sweet realizes something as she looks back at Sunny and Lemon. Sour Sweet, "Hang on a minute, so how are you 2 catching up?" The 2 scared start to wonder about this discovery as well. Lemon says looks up and is surprised at what she found. Lemon says, "Because we're not. Look." He points to the ceiling, and all the other girls look up, and is completely shocked at what is happening. Sugarcoat, "What?" They can all see that the hall is shifting and moving like a kaleidoscope in a conveyor belt, kind of like the mirror dimension in Doctor Strange. The hall appears to be stretched, the walls and ceilings are moving in a continuous loop, and the floor under the 2 bikes is rolling back faster than it does beneath the 2 roller skaters. Sunny Flare, "The room is moving." Indigo Sap, "I thought this was a really long hallway." Lemon says, "And why we keep passing the sign set 5 times already?" The Shadow 5 unable to go anywhere. Cinch casually floats on over to them. Sunny Flare. She's coming! Indigo Sep. What do we do now? Sour Sweet looks around and sees her just by a stairway. Sour Sweet plunges the stairs. There! They all spot the stairs as well. The scarce being the closest, going first. They jump up and down over the steps and land at the bottom of the first flight. The bikers turn around and dive into the stairs. They go down the bumpy steps. Cinch is furiously escaped and goes after them. The girls take the corner. Indigo and Sugar go right down the other flight, while Lemon and Sunny start jumping on the handrailings and grind down it. The motorbikes reach the bottom and take off. The skiers jump off and land perfectly. Sunny Flare. How did we do that? They hear yelling sound coming up the stairs in a bright pinkish glow. Lemon says, we'll figure that out later. Let's go. Sunny and Lemon continue the chase, catching up with the others. The Shadow 5 come up to a T intersection at the end of the hall. They all take the left turn. Sour Sweet. I think we lost her. Suddenly, Cinch teleports right in front of them. Shadow 5 screams. They all quickly turn around and head down the other direction. Cinch flies on after them and shoots magical energy beams at them. They try desperately to avoid their attacks. She catches up to Limicess and attempts to grab her. Her twin arrow just flies past. Sour Sweet fires another arrow from the back of Sugarcoat's bike. As Cinch dodges it, she starts getting angry. She uses her magic to open the lockers and sends the stuff inside flying out. The Shadow 5 puts a lot of effort to evade and look out for these flying projectiles. Exterior, Crystal Prep Academy. The three cars pull up outside the gate. Everybody gets out and runs toward the gate. Twilight Sparkle. Come on, we gotta hurry. They open the gate and runs across the courtyard. Thorax is running while he's on his cell phone with Cornicle. Thorax, on his phone. Just have to stand back until I get the word. Probably won't be that big of a deal. They are all only halfway across the front lawn, until the Shadow 5 come buzzing out to the front entrance. They stop at the hallway point to meet with their friends from Cantaloupe High. Twilight Sparkle. Sour Sweet! Lemon says, are you alright? Sunset Shimmer. Where is everybody? Sour Sweet. We are everybody! Indigo Sep. Everybody else has already been taken. Flash Century. Taken? By what? Then the glass entrance doors burst open, and a large pink glow and a big gust of wind come out. Everyone looks toward the front steps, and the overpowering principal stitch clumps floating out. Sugarcoat. To Flash. By that! As Cinch looks at the angry group in the courtyard, energy starts surging right out of her. Everyone, Professor Discord, Mr. Smooths, Thorax and his two changing grunts, Flash Century, Spike, the Shadow 5, and Humane 7 are completely stunned at the sight of her, especially Twilight. To be continued. The battle has just begun. The Humane 7 now at CPA and Starlight going AWOL. Will it be enough to defeat the new and improved Abacus Cinch? Find out all this out in the next chapter. I have recently learned a bit about Cinch's backstory in the Equestria Girls novel, Wonderful Forever, The Diary of Celestia and Luna. The Fletcher games never happened before she became principal, and she never participated in them when she was younger. So her reason for her bad doings in my story are completely irrelevant to the original story. But it doesn't matter. I've already started writing the story. There's no turning back now. I may have to take a break from writing, so I'll get back to work on it in a little while. See you until then. That was quite a read. Now we got like almost 39 minutes, so I will see you guys in the next chapter, because I don't know how long I can record with it being YouTube and everything. So, by the way, this story is by Math16. Bye.